Morning, Zoomies.
All right, welcome everyone. I'm Danielle. This is All Levels Flow. So a little bit of everything will happen in here today. We have Zoomies with us, so you'll see me talking to them sometimes too. We'll start in Recline Butterfly. So lay on your back. Take one hand on your belly and then just like throw the other arm up over your head and just let it drop somewhere comfortable. So one up high and one on your belly. Put your attention on the bottom hand. Breathe into the bottom hand. And all the way up beyond the top of your head to the top hand. Just let it flow out, breathe out as it does. Focus on the inhale. Breathe into the bottom hand, all the way up to the top one. And you just let it pour out. Switch hands. So the other one's on your belly and the other one's up high. Imagine a connection between the two hands, like a highway, traveling from the lowest part of your spine, yes, even lower than where your bottom hand is, all the way up to the top hand. A wide open highway. Where your prana, your life force travels. And yes, it goes beyond you. Your life force, your energy affects the people around you. And it goes beyond you. Hug your knees in. Give yourself a good tight squeeze. Rock up to a seat. Take your hands on the mat behind you and just lean back into them. Your legs can be however you want them comfortably. Lift your chest toward the sky, drop your head back. Step onto your own feet and lift up your hips in a reverse tabletop. So this pose is also called altar pose. And an altar is a place where you put offerings. And so what do you have? Imagine this is like the altar for your practice. What do you have? What words, what intentions would you place on the altar right now? Offering for your practice, for your day, for your rest of your week. What words, what intentions, what prayers, what thoughts? Come on down. Come onto your hands and knees, regular tabletop. Take some cat and cow, so arch and round your back. Essentially, the important thing is that you start moving your spine. Can add in side to side as well, or even like reaching up and threading under for twists. Downward facing dog. Take one leg to the sky. Bend your knee up there and move your knee around. Now I want you to source this movement from your hip. Switch legs. Move the knee, but source from your hip. All right, so you can actually feel the range of motion of your whole leg from the hip joint. Walk up to your hands, ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows and rock side to side on your feet. Get calibrated with your own center. Roll up to stand. We'll all face some moonwalk. Stand up toward the top of your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Take your hands flat on your chest, like big wide fingers, big palms across your whole chest. So you can feel as you breathe the expansion of your lungs. Keep your hands there for Om. Take a deep breath in. Feel the lingering vibration of Om under your hands, in your chest, and in your body. And then we'll do one more, but this time I want you to reimagine that same highway from the lower hand to the upper hand that was above your head earlier. Even though your hands aren't there now, just reimagine that highway, right? That column that free flowing place for your energy to move, right, through you and from the inside out. One more Om. Feel the lingering, but this time on the outside, around you in the space, from the outermost border of your body outward. Feel how what you say and do, in this case your own, leaves a lasting impact, a lasting vibration. Reach up, take a deep breath in. Fold forward, let your breath out. Halfway lift, inhale big. Plank pose. So you can use cat cows or drop down halfway, chaturanga. Upward facing dog with your chest. Downward facing dog. The important thing there, again, is that you move your spine. Okay? So either way that you want to move it is good. Walk up to your hands. Roll up to stand. Reach up, take your arms and your eyes to the sky. Bow forward, take it to the earth. Halfway lift. Plank pose. Cat cow or chaturanga up dog. Downward facing dog. Walk or hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold in. Reach up. Look up. Bow forward. Halfway lift. Plank. Cat cow or chaturanga up dog. Down dog. Walk or hop forward. Halfway up. Fold in. Reach up, take a deep breath. Chair pose, sit low. Bring your hands down to heart center. And I want you to really sit back in your heels to the point where your toes practically pop up off the floor. And then spread all your toes out, put more space between them, and place them back down on the earth. Huge breath in. Bow forward, let it out. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Step 1 foot forward and come up. Warrior 1. Apply the same concept to your feet here. It won't be quite as easy to rock into your heels, but still pick up your toes, spread them all out, and put them back down with more space between your toes as a metaphor for more space between your thoughts. Breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, let it out. Step your other foot forward. Rise up, warrior 1. Drop your attention and your intention to your toes. Put more space between every toe. More space between every thought that consumes the space in your head. Huge breath in. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Walk or hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold it in. Chair pose. Take your arms high this time. Sit back into your heels. Take a huge breath in. Forward fold, let it go. Halfway up, chaturanga. Up dog, downward facing. Step 1 foot forward, warrior 1. Chaturanga. Up dog, downward facing. Other foot forward, warrior 1. Chaturanga. Upward and downward. Listen. So take something pretty similar, right? Mimic it to the best of your ability with the chair pose and the warriors. 2 rounds. Go ahead, give it a try. Do not overthink it. Put more effort into spreading out your toes than you do into wondering if you're doing it right. I just want you to move your body, okay? I just want you to spread your toes more times. And when it makes sense, come to plank pose. Let's meet there. Come all the way down to your belly. Catch your arms behind your back in any way that you can catch and hold them there. And turn your head, take a cheek. Hold your arms so that they're solid back there somehow, but try to relax your shoulders. So it's almost like your shoulders are pulling down toward the earth, but then you're holding your hands where they are. You're holding your arms where they are. So you get this little bit of tug at the shoulders. Turn to the other cheek. Upward facing dog. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Peel up. Look up. Stretch your chin toward the sky. Downward facing dog. Take one leg high. Bend your knee up there. And you know where the sole of your foot is facing, move your foot more in that direction. Press it back. Hug your knee to your elbow. And I want you to try to hug it to the outside of your arm. That's it. Hold it there. That's it. Hold it there. You got it. Hold it there. Send it back to the sky. Take a big stretch. Then step between your hands. Rise up, lunge pose. Interlace your hands up top and flip your palms to the sky. Now I want you to stretch through your fingers here, so much so that you feel it in your palms. Bring your hands down to heart. Lock your eyes to one point like an anchor. Lean into your front foot, get really light on the back foot. Step in, chair. Nice. Breathe in. To Korean drive, take a twist, elbow over your thigh. And it could go to the in-between too. You could hook it right in the center or to the outside. Take your top arm up. Use that as a reminder to lift up away from the floor. This pose has a tendency to draw you downward, but you want to pull yourself upward. Come to center, big breath in. Mountain pose, because I love you. I could have said other side, but. Reach out. Chair pose. Other side twist. Start with hands at heart, because hands at heart gives you really good leverage to press into your leg and actually like twist, right? That gives you leverage to twist. Then take your arm up, top arm to the sky, so you can be reminded that when things are pulling you downward, you fight to go upward. Come to center, big breath in. Stay low though, big breath out. Other leg steps back to lunge. Perfect. Do interlaced hands above your head. Flip your palms, stretch your palm skin. Stretch the knuckles of your fingers. Probably your thumbs are not in the interlace, so you have to really like work to pull the thumbs open. Bring your hands to the floor, runner's lunge. Drop your back knee down, pull your front leg straight, half split. And I want you to like peel your toes back toward you. Yeah, not just like a flex of the foot. That's good too. But then add on like pulling your toes back toward your face. See how that changes things. Downward facing. So the leg that was just forward is the one that has to go to the sky. So we're gonna do the knee to elbow thing again, but first you're up in the sky. Bend your knee, and where the sole of your foot is facing, push your foot more in that direction. Push it, so the knee opens, the hip opens, and you start to feel this in the belly. Knee to elbow squeeze. Yeah. Try for the outside of your arm. Try for the outside of the arm. Try, skip. Back to the sky, big stretch. Walk both feet up to your hands. Good work. Split your feet apart a lot, and then put your hands under your feet. Go all the way under them. Bend your knees as much as you have to. Gorilla pose. Drop the top of your head toward the floor. Bend your elbows, make everything like loose and heavy, like a rag doll or like seaweed in the water. Make your head heavy. Now, before you move to the next pose, we're doing runners and half split for the second side. So whichever leg you didn't do yet. Okay, step one leg back, Runner's lunge, your hands are down. Drop your hips a little bit. Drop the back knee, straighten your front leg, half split. Big hammy stretch. And then yes, flex your foot, right? So the sole of your foot points forward, but then also curl your toes back toward you. If you get like a Charlie horse on the bottom of your foot, totally normal. Totally normal. If you get that, you don't have to fight with it. You can come out of the pose. Come onto your belly. Bend your knees and rock your legs side to side. Grab your feet. Draw your heels down toward your hips. You can hold one at a time, it's great too. You can always use a towel to bridge the gap between hand and foot. There's a little gap there that needs a bridge. Grab the other one if you're holding just one. Let your feet go, locust pose, lift up, legs up, chest up, head up. See if you can get the front ribs to come up a little more. See if you could get your thigh bones to lift up a little more. Take a breath in, rise even higher. Exhale, release. Locust, lift up. You can stay with this, or grab one foot, or grab both feet. Locust or floor bow. Switch feet if you're holding one. Stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up, stay up. You got it, stay up. Okay, come down. Really good. Come onto your forearms, forearm plank. put more emphasis on the space between your toes than on whatever is happening in your brain. Whatever analysis, whatever thoughts are going on in there, come out of there and into your toes. Press up onto your hands, palms plank. To the yellow wall side plank. One minute, 15 down, 15 to go. Switch sides, doing a 90-second plank hold. 3, 2, 1, release. 90 seconds, minute and a half. So we're working up to 3 minutes this month if you have no clue what's going on. But I snuck that in there. I tricked y'all into it. All right, so take a pose you love right now. In a second, we'll come back together, but right now, maybe like child's pose, or if you want to get up on the wall, like handstand. If you just want to lay and chill for a sec, do that. And wherever you are, breathe a big, deep breath in and let it out. Come up to tabletop on your hands and knees. And then stand up on your knees. You have to make space for your neighbors, but stick one leg out to the side. And you can brace on your heel, or you can put your foot flat facing any direction. Brace on your heel or foot flat. We're going into gate pose, and there's a couple variations. So this is one right here where we are. Another is up and over on the side. Go on the long leg side or go on the other side. Try them both, pick one to hang out in. So they're both a big lateral stretch, and they both feel really good mostly. Pick the one you like better. Okay, and you're gonna sit behind your foot. Sit, bring the foot out from under you. So the next variation of gate pose is stargazer, which we usually get into from here. But you can get up into from up high too. So you're where you are, and I'm going here just to show you. So you could have walked your hand back, all right? This is much more complicated than it needs to be, and you could reach back, stargazer. But from where you are, what you gotta do is put your hand on the floor behind you, then push up. Reach up toward the sky and then back behind you. Big stretch across the front of your body. Come down, come back to tabletop, like a reset, and then stand up, pop your other leg out. Take the side bend. Then you could try to sneak your hand back behind you and get the stargazer from where you are. Or the smoother route, sit, move your hand to the back, then pop up. This time your hips go up to the sky and you're in a back bend. Reach back behind you. Adjust your legs any which way. Like I just noticed that my stance was too long and I'm not getting enough leverage to push up. So I'm gonna slide my heel in closer to me and go up higher and reach back further. So you could even like step onto your foot if you have to. So you wanna be able to lift, and lifting comes from pressing. Press down, lift up, take a huge breath in, then come on down. All the way mount. Woo. Go crisscross legs or straddle legs. Either one, crisscross or straddle. Walk it forward. Let your head fall forward. You have your hands down, your elbows down on the ground or on a block. All up to you. And if you need another block, let me know. Pigeon A or B. So for A, bend one foot in, swing the other leg behind you. So knee forward, leg back. For B, actually quite a similar shape, but on your back, cross your ankle over your thigh. You have the one foot bent in on your back, and the one foot can be braced on the wall or on the floor, or you could hug it in. Switch legs. Breathe a deep breath in and out. Come onto your back. If you're on the wall, scoot away a little so you have space to put your feet down. And take some flowing bridges. So feet on the mat, you'll pop your hips up, throw your arms up overhead, and then everything comes down together. Just flow through up and down a few times. Stay up in the next one. If you want to keep your arms overhead, you can, or you can bring them underneath you. Use them to get a little more lift. Come on down. Take your feet wide, knees together. It's like inverted butterfly. The distance between your 2 feet makes a big difference. So try a little further, try a little closer until it feels right. So you want to feel a tug on the outer edges of your thighs. You might feel some something interesting in your low back, like in your sacrum. Especially like for me, my toes, I walk with like my toes turned out more. So when I do this pose, I get all this relief in my low back because it's doing the opposite of where the pressure is for me. If you walk like me, then you'll feel a lot there. But if you walk the opposite, if your toes are turned in a little, you might feel a lot less in the low back. And hug both knees in. Drop them over to the yellow wall for recline twist. Switch sides.
I'll get back to center. Rock around a little. And sprawl out for Shavasana. Rock your head a couple times side to side. And then just let it land. Do a little rock in your arms and in your legs. Just a little wiggle. And then just let them land. Take a deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Sip in a little more. Let it go. Inevitably, there will be roadblocks on your highway. Blocks between you and you and others. And inevitably, some of those blocks will be self-made. Give up what you must for some of those blocks to dissipate. Take a breath in and let it out. Move your fingers and toes. Roll to your side. And press up to a seat. Bring your hands to heart. One Om. Together we say, Namaste. Thank you so much.